Greetings, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and you are watching the Cardboard daVinci YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. And in this video, we're going to do a quick, easy, fast project on how to make a Vitruvian Man wall clock. We don't make the actual clock. And I actually give you that. If you want to do this project, I give you that design. Makes it easy for you to make one of your own. So, and I wanted to clarify, there is something called a daVinci clock that you can buy. This video I took here in the Da Vinci Museum in Florence, Italy. But you can buy them online. But this isn't what this project is about, making an actual clock. It's just about doing the design. So let's launch into it. So you no doubt recognize the Vitruvian Man. It's a very famous Da Vinci drawing. And it actually comes... Da Vinci was inspired to draw that from a book called De Architectura from a man named Vitruvius. And this is the original drawing from Vitruvius. So Da Vinci changed that quite a bit to give us the now famous Vitruvian Man drawing. And Vitruvius lived between 80 and 15 BC. So what was the first century BC? Just for a little bit of fun fact there. So let's launch into the project. Now, I bought this clock, a very easy, inexpensive clock on Amazon for $9.99. And I'll put a link in the video, in the description, if you want to buy this exact clock, because it's very easy to use for this project. And I've got everything measured out for it. But like I said, I give you the pattern. You can download it, print it up, and make your own little wall clock, whatever you've got available to you. So let's do this. Taking it apart is pretty simple. There are 4 screws, and you just need a little screwdriver. You know, the symbology of Vitruvian Man is really quite something. There's a lot to it. It's about the divine proportions of a human being and how that relates to the cosmos and all of existence. It's kind of interesting. I may do a video on the symbology of Vitruvian Man. Leave a comment if you think you'd like that. I also may do make a project with the Da Vinci actual clock with cardboard or foam board. Let me know if you would like me to do that. Here's a little hint for you. Keep those screws in a little container so you don't lose them. So I used a program ironically called DaVinci Resolve. It's a free paint program, which I really like. For a couple of reasons. It's a good program, but it's also free. I'll put a link to that too if you'd like to do that. But then I just sized and manipulated the Vitruvian Man image, added the numbers, really quite simple and fun. And then I printed it up. And then cut it out. My favorite scissors. And in order to install it into the clock, you have to cut a slot in it, and I'll show you. And you have to cut out that center circle too. But cut a line along Vitruvian's leg. And that way you can put it in the clock. Really simple project, easy to do, fun, but it's kind of unique. And I'm going to show you something else here too when it comes to this. You can do any pattern you want. Draw your own picture and turn it into a clock. So make sure, important thing is to make sure the 12s line up. Your new 12 is exactly lined up with the old 12, because there's a hole on the back to hang it on the wall, and if the 12's not lined up, your clock would be like upside down or crooked. So I also did a Van Gogh, which of course is my favorite. You know, Starry Night, that makes for a nice clock too. I'll give you that pattern too. You can print that up and cut that out and use it in your clock if you prefer a Van Gogh. So just add a little bit of glue. I got a whole lot of Da Vinci projects coming. I've ordered and received the parts to make an actual catapult, small tabletop-sized catapult based on Da Vinci's design. It's quite clever. You're going to like that. I've got, what else? I've got a mead making video coming up. If you've never made mead, it's really quite simple and quite beautiful. I got to finish off the Rembrandt stop-motion animation, Philosopher Meditation. And make sure you line up those 12s. There we go. Very nice. Let's put it back together. Did you know that, here's an interesting little fact, that Leonardo da Vinci lived, because we're working on a clock, Leonardo da Vinci lived approximately 4.5 million hours ago. Yeah? But there's a trivia question nobody will ever ask. How many hours ago did Leonardo da Vinci live? About 4.5 million. And this clock actually comes with a little mounting setup, which is kind of nice. You don't even need screws to mount it on the wall. It has these little pins that you can just hammer those little pins into the wall, which is really quite clever. But I got a nail already mounted on the wall, and there you go. And that's it. The Leonardo da Vinci Vitruvian Man wall clock. Perché la minestra si fredda.